10:55 a.m. on April the 26th of 2021. And I don't know what 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 thumbnail has came up on this video because it was not the one that I was pointing at. And if you see the title of this, something about food, I don't even know what they put the title of this at. Hello, Apple Brooks. I literally was taking a picture of this. Let me flip this around. This was going to be my screen, my thumbnail. And 3 times in a row, it said, good morning, Polly, unable to load live, or I said error in loading live broadcast. Did it 3 times. And then when I pointed it to that, it didn't take that picture. You know what it showed me? It showed all the pictures of the ships and stuff that I had. Oh, what did it show me? It showed something, Gina, what you got going on? This is what it showed. It showed, this is what it looked like it showed. I'm thinking it showed this right here. Let me flip it around. Gina, you don't got enough light to show anything. Okay, it looks like it showed something like this as my screensaver, my thumbnail. Did it, you all? That's what I'm wondering. Is this my thumbnail on my video? Because that's what it said. It loaded something like that that said, starting soon. Is that what it did? Oh my God. Obviously, they did not want that, the globe, on here. That is the weirdest thing. I've never seen it before. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe they think, okay, this woman's done lost it. She's trying to put something about food. She's trying to talk about food on here when she's supposed to be talking about UFOs. Okay. Hello. Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. Yes, Polly. Okay, I've got it. So that's not, I'm not talking about ships. That's not what I'm talking about. Hello. Yeah, that is all right. It's all right. I'm thinking, okay, you want to show that? Well, yeah, you can show those pretty ships that are out there. Yes, you can do it. Absolutely. Good morning, no matter where you're at. Hello. And no, the extraterrestrials did not do something with our food. They didn't. Well, maybe a certain type of extraterrestrial did it. Maybe the shape-shifting reptilians have a role in our food. They may. They sure may have a role in our food. I don't even know what the title of this video is. Can somebody tell me what the title of this video is? Because I cannot remember. But I think those reptilians, yeah, they're doing something with the food. That's what they're doing. I will tie those extraterrestrials, those malevolent extraterrestrials in with this food. Absolutely, because I think they're responsible for it. I really thank you so much, Danielle. Thank you. Food and rising prices. Well, I think those bad extraterrestrials are the ones who are up to no good. I think they are, and they are on this earth. So they are shape-shifting, interdimensional beings on this earth who can take on human form, and they can mess with our food to where we don't have food. And, you know, we're going to have to, they got it going. Okay, we are a number one interest of these malevolent beings. The human race are the number one focus. That's the I can say that. Yeah, the interdimensional ones. Yes, they something about humans. I should have titled it something about humans. You all. That's what I should have. Yes, you all. Let me flip this around because I'm going to go somewhere with this, and we're going to go. We're going to go together. Is where we're going to go. I got to get this. Okay, look at this. We get to look at this, you all. Isn't that nice? We get to look at this because they made it a game. Look, a global food security game. Absolutely. We got a global food security game. Gina, what are you talking about? Well, I'm talking about this right here. Look at that. They did it. They played their big Monopoly game. But it was called the Global Food Security Game and the Food Chain Reaction. They played it back in December of 2015. And they had people from all over the world, every single country in the world. They got to play that game. Don't you think that? Good morning, we are a global community. We really are. We're on here from all parts of the world. Well, they decided to gather together, everybody in their countries gathered together, and they wanted to play games. Even though they're grown adults, they wanted to play this food chain reaction game. That's exactly what they wanted to do. I think they did really good. And you know what? Yeah, you say, Gina, I've never heard of this before. That's not true. It is very true. It was a real game that they played. Okay, they had real scenarios that played out. Hello, everyone. Yes, that's exactly right. Yes, we got wicked people in high power. We got those bad reptilians, the shape-shifting interdimensional beings, and they may have garnered support from some other interdimensional beings that are malevolent, that think, yes, let's do this to the human race. Let's do this to the human race. They could have slipped through these little portals that opened up and thought, yes, we're here for the big event. Yeah, but they got some other big events planned for us too, you all. Absolutely. Yeah, so yeah, we can present this information and we can throw some truth into it, because there is truth to it. There really is. Yes, you can raise your own food, but that's okay. But things are going to fall from the sky. They will. They will fall from the sky onto your food, and you'll have a little extra minerals, and yeah, you'll have some extra fertilizer that will fall. You get to breathe it, and you get to literally fall on your plants in the ground and into your soil, but that's okay. Maybe we can get the energy to get it out. Yes, let's look at this, you all. Look at this. These are some of the people. The Center for American what? Now, why did America have to do this? Come on now. The Center for American Progress, World Wildlife Fund, Cargill's Mars, CNA developed and executed a policy decision-making game designed to explore the issues arising from the possible responses to global food system disruption. It took place in 2015 in December or November in Washington, D.C. Look at that. Senior official subject matter experts. Now, I don't know if some of you know what subject matter experts are, but they are experts in certain subjects. That's exactly what they were, and they sent their best subject matter experts to Washington, D.C. to participate in this global game, you all. That is so nice of them to do that. Really, it's nice to visit other countries, and when you get invited to be playing a game, I think that's even wonderful. More wonderful, absolutely. Yes, keep those comments coming, you all, because, yeah, there's a lot of information in the comments. There really is. So they got teams representing Brazil, continental Africa, China, the European Union, India, and the United States, multilateral institutions, business, and investors during 4 rounds. Wow, that was a heavy-duty gameplay, and 4 rounds of gameplay spanning the decade 2020 to 2030. Well, we're in the 2021 now. Wow, they confronted food system pressure, population growth. No, we don't got no population growth problem. We don't. Urbanization, severe weather. We don't got no severe weather. Social unrest. Now, we don't got that either. Everything's calming down. We ain't got none of these things happening. Yeah, we don't. But they did. They decided they wanted to craft policies, and they made decisions and actions that dynamically influenced the state of the world as the game advanced. Wow, you all, look at that. And their decisions and actions influenced the global food security. Look at that. And they learned a lot of lessons and stuff. I think that is absolutely wonderful. Yes, I think it is. I don't know if I'd want to play that game, since I don't like to play games like that. I really don't. Yeah. Oh, look at this. You all, this is like a psychic. It really is. Look at this. So we got this going on. The first round spanned the years 2020 to 2021. It included lower than average global food stocks and raising food prices, weather-related disasters, and instances of social unrest. No, they did not. They no, it did not. It did not include lower than average global food stocks. No, it didn't. 2021, and we're in 21. No, I've never seen no weather related disasters or instances of social unrest. Are you all seeing it? Did you see it? Well, they played this out in this game. I didn't see it at all. In fact, we're still in 2021. I don't know what else is going to happen. Certainly, this is not going to play out. Certainly, their words didn't bring life because your words do have life behind them. You can speak life with your words. You absolutely can, you all. Absolutely. You can speak life with your words. You want something to happen, you can make it happen. But wow, that's pretty neat. So the cumulative actions, they influenced worldwide conditions in different rounds. Oh, the second round that spanned from 2022 to 2024. They experienced the game's security crisis at a peak. No. Oh my goodness, you all, this is wild. Followed by a tempering of global pressures in round 3, 2025 to 2027. And the fourth and final round, well, I'm glad they didn't make it longer than 10 years. Yeah, it concluded in 2030 and brought the players full circle to increasingly tight global circumstances similar to those in the first round. Oh, that's right here. That's this one right here. Oh my goodness. So look what they had to go through. You all, let me flip this around. I don't know if you knew about this game, but you know, we weren't included in on it, but we get to experience it, you know, because they were taking the whole world. They were, they were caring for us in this game. They really were. They really, they don't want to see that happen to humanity. And, in all truth, I believe that there are good people in this world, okay? They want the best for humanity. In every single country, in every single state, in every single city, there are people. I would say the majority of the people want what's best for humanity. Now, I can't speak for the other few. I can't because I think they're malevolent, shape-shifting interdimensional beings that got inside these human bodies. That's what I think happened, you all. I really do. But I can honestly say I think the majority of the human population, even people in power, the majority of them want the best for humanity. They really do. And consequently, they have some people that literally weaved their way in. They literally probably did come through these dimensions, interdimensional portals, and all of this stuff. They probably did to try to influence this game in a bad way. That's what I think they did. Um, yes. Now we can get this out, you all. We can get this out because we got some similarities happening. Yes, let's look at this, you all. We got it happening. So they got insights on governmental multilateral institutional. That's a big word. Multilateral institutional and private sectors reactions. Oh wow, they even had people who role played in the private sector to food system disruption. The drivers. Oh wow, that's the truck drivers. Extreme weather events. Oh wow, if you got an ice storm coming, if just imagine if you had some place that got this severe ice storm in certain areas that were major food production areas, and that ice storm literally did whatever it would did, and it literally destroyed all the crops and stuff. And it just destroyed farmland and probably killed animals or wow, that would be an extreme weather event that would affect the food supply, you all. It really would. But in that game, they had to go through all of that, and just put themselves in that place. That's exactly what they had to do. They had to put themselves in that, and it probably wasn't very pleasant for them too. Now, I'm being honest, it probably was not. So, global food price volatility. Well, I think that would be bad. Could you imagine? You want to go to the let me flip this around, you all. Look, could you imagine going? Let me do this. Could you imagine going to the store, and you want a loaf of bread, and say you can get a cheap loaf of bread for like $1 something. If you want to get the bigger grains, hello there, Demetrius. Thank you so much for joining us. You can get some nice bread for around $2 or $3. Like multi-grain bread and stuff like that. Or so, could you imagine if you want to get that same loaf of bread and you got to pay $10? That's a big price spike. Now that would be, excuse me, a price volatility, and it wouldn't just be on that. What if they what if they decided to put tax on meat? Okay, yeah, that's food. They could do that. They could do that. But you know what? Yeah, I would not want to go to the store and see all this global food price volatility like they said in the game. I wouldn't want to see that. Although I think it might be happening right now, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. No, I'm not. I am not going to say it at all. So they got this. Look at this. Consequences of disruptions, social unrest. No, we don't want no social unrest. I'm not seeing it in any countries. Are you all seeing any social unrest in any countries? Because I think I'm not. I don't see it at all. You know, I don't see any social unrest in any countries. I don't. I really don't. Because I don't turn on the news. I don't turn on the news. Yes, absolutely. I don't turn on that news. So I don't think there's any of that was playing out in that game. Not at all. I do not think any of that's playing out because I don't turn on the news. I don't see it. I can't see it. Look at that, environmental pressures. Oh, well, that would be carbon emissions. It really would be. You got some carbon emissions going on. That could be greenhouse gases and stuff, and pollution from these. No, no, no. These pollutions from these coal plants and stuff, they're big polluters. They really are. You got these great big semis. They use diesel gas. You ever ride behind one of them and you're thinking, oh my gosh, or ride behind a big four-wheel drive truck and it's got the diesel and you can smell it. It doesn't smell good, okay? Could you imagine breathing that the whole time? I think I heard during the pandemic, when everything was shut down and everything was in lockdown, it actually decreased the emissions. Yeah. And I remember sitting outside during the beginning of it, and I heard the birds. That's all I heard. There was no traffic going down the road. It was very, very peaceful. I said, wow, no cars going down the road. All I hear is wildlife. That was very serene to hear it. It absolutely was. Absolutely, it was serene. Look at this. So, yeah. So, yes, you are. So, let's just go. Let's do this. Look, many of these teams' actions reflected the players' acknowledgement that food system vulnerabilities are exasperated by the unpredictability of climate effects. No. Well, it would be unpredictable if you had climate volatility taking place. So, they got it. They had to develop that. They had to develop it. They really did. But, look at this. Oh my gosh, they have internal and external migration, social unrest, and the teams were able to identify the contribution of the food security to regional stability. Look at that. They expressed concerns that extreme weather events, food insecurity, and major refugee movements would contribute to the conflict. Well, I express concern over the extreme weather events too, like you all, when you have big ice storms that occur in places of major food production areas, growing areas, farmland and stuff. Well, that is a lot of a reason to express concern because, there goes that food supply. Now, how are we going to like that? We're not going to get some of that food, like your citrus crops and stuff. That's not very nice. No. That is not nice at all. Wow, I'd be concerned about that. And then refugee movements. Well, you could have social unrest. You could have wars breaking out. You could have fires breaking out and drought and all of that stuff. It would cause some refugee movements and It would contribute to the conflict. Yeah, all of this, you all. This is real. That game, that was very hard for them to have to play that game. I bet some of them did not want to have to play that game. Okay, I really do. I bet they was thinking, this is. I don't even want to pretend that this is in our future for our the inhabitants of the earth. I'm sure if I was sitting on there, I would think I don't even want to pretend that this is in the future. I do not, because I don't like role playing games like that. You all, that is no. We don't like to role play. But they did it. They had to do it, like role-playing games. See, you can go online and you can play the role-playing games. You can be one with the game in virtual reality. You really can. But they had to set like the old time. Look at that. Look at this, you all now. So they had all these countries and these right here, and these businesses, investors, and multilateral institutions. They came from other countries. They did. So look at that. They did all this cooperation, collaboration, food security and stability. They needed to invest toward a more secure future. Look, they got a game design, scenarios. Oh, this is what we want to go to, you all. That's what we want to go to, right there. Look at that, you are. Are you getting this? Let's look at this. Yeah, so this is round one, 2021. Yeah, weather disruptions from El Nino and La Nina, major droughts across North America. Well, I don't think we've seen that yet. Well, we might have seen it. Social unrest in Southeast Asia and Africa. I don't know if that's going on. I do not. Food prices rising from 158 to 262% of long-term averages. Is that what they predicted? Yes, it was. Look at that. Food price rises in the round one. I wonder how round one's doing right now, because this could be a real role-playing game. Well, I will tell you this right now. The participants, they had to come up with a system where they would report all of their things in their individual countries, and they had to call in and report how their food production, all this stuff is going on, so they can put it on their live data map. Okay, it is live data, and you can access it if you are in one of those. So they do have to do that. They do got one of those where they keep it. It's live data. All this stuff that's happening in the game, they got to report it so they can keep track of it. They got to do it. They have got to do it. They really have to do it. So look at that. No, I don't even know what oil prices is. So $75 a barrel, food stocks. Look at this. Look at this. So they had weather-related disruptions and stuff. No, oh no, they got some. Ooh, warm winters in the Western Hemisphere. Warm winters conditions highlight how climate change is spreading pests and plant pathogens. Asian soybean rust expands in the United States, Brazil, and Argentina. And it's effectively treated, adding some costs. Let's get that. Global La Nina. Oh, North America drought of 2021. Whoa, that does not sound good. You do not want a drought. Oh my goodness, futuristics, hello. Yeah, we don't want a drought in North America for 2021. I hope that game does not come true. I do not. Oh my goodness, intense heat, summer heat from La Nina, stressing out the crops and the water supplies, obliging the United States Department, the USDA, to declare disaster status for more than half the countries of the United States. Counties. Oh my gosh, you all, no. Look at that. So they're going to declare disaster status for more than half of the counties in the United States. Corn and soybean yields will decline significantly. I don't want this to happen. I do not. Oh no, look, supplies simulated. Global crop production falls 1%. Stocks decreased 20.5% from 19% to annual use. Increase in prices 65% from the beginning. And then 158% to 262% long-term averages for food. Africans are going to migrate seeking refuge in better conditions. Bangladesh will have flooding in early 2021, resulting in migration strains, border areas, prompting social disturbances. Flooding in Pakistan. I don't even know if that's going on, you all. Look at all that. Oh my gosh, we got the sixth intergovernmental plan on government. Yes, we got this. They got it going. They got this. They got too much detail going in on that. They really do, you all. Way too much detail. It's affecting my energy right now reading it. I got to tell you this. I can feel the energy in my body from this reading this because I don't want it to happen. I do not. That's okay. They had to be sitting there and they had to do that. Look at that. Biofuels mandate phase out India investments to reduce the food spoilage. Africa agreements increase discussion about sharing their stock. Oh, so let me look at this. I want to get to, now this is what we want to get to. Significant droughts scattered across major production areas. Oil prices rising dramatically, reinforcing the biofuel production. Unrest and migration intensify. Panic buying in the face of uncertainty. You're going to go out, you're going to go to that. So, no. Are you going to go to that grocery store and you're going to panic buy some food? Is that what you're going to do? Yeah. Well, in that game, there was panic buying. There was. Oh my gosh! Look at that, you all. You can get you a food storage because I'm sure these countries got their own food supply. Relief organization budgets are strained. Food prices increase from 262 to 395%. Oh my gosh, you all, that would so my gosh, well, if those food prices are going to increase, they better increase that minimum wage. But wait a minute. If they would increase that minimum wage, well, we have these small companies. They can't afford to pay an increase in minimum wage. They'll go under. No. That means these people are going to have to get jobs. Maybe they won't have jobs. Wow. So if they would increase the minimum wage in order to combat the growing food crisis, and these countries, if it was raised nationally in the United States alone, and these small businesses, they can't afford it. They're going to have to shut down. And they've already had to shut down from the pandemic. It's no. Yes. No, gosh. You all, I literally, it's like draining my energy reading it. Oh my gosh, things are going to turn to worse in 2023 in the Northern Hemisphere. Heavy spring rain next year. Well, that's next year. No, 2023, and we ain't even through 2021. Flood the Mississippi River, disrupting an orderly export flow. Contract disputes between labor unions and their employers. A strike at shipping ports in the Pacific Northwest. Oh my gosh, look at that. China and India experienced drought. Oh my goodness, you all. So by the end of that, they even go upward beyond the 2007, 2002 peaks of 280. Oh my gosh, petroleum. Come on, you all, look at that. Crop yields across the globe. Boom. Except, look at this. I don't know about this, you all. They got to stimulate, they're going to stimulate all this stuff. This is, oh my gosh, 395% long-term averages. You got to be kidding. Absolutely, you all. Why would they want to play a game like that? I don't think it's a nice game to play. If you haven't heard of this game, it's called the Global Food Chain Reaction Game. And people literally sit down like behind a Monopoly board. Well, they didn't have that there. What if they did? What if they had those little game pieces and they had to play this out? And thinking, oh, wow, it took 4 rounds of that game. It absolutely did 4 rounds of that game. Look at that. So we got, by 2025, 27, widespread crop production, recoveries and ease the market pressure, isolated drought causing unrest in Africa. So the World Food Program gets refunded, the renewed global focus on climate change. Oh, now look at that. Now everything looks like it's going to ease back to normal. They ease from 395% to 141%. Whoa, I'm so glad about that. I am so glad about that, you all. Let's go here. They got the scorecard. They did pretty good. They got scored on it. Boom. So that's pretty good. They better been gotten a good score because that affects us, you know. Look at that. Drought in Brazil, China, and the U.S., weak monsoon, social unrest in India, protests in West African countries. Oh no, food prices surging again to 387%. You all. Yes, now if you stayed around with me during this whole entire thing, thank you so much because this literally, that energy just got all in me. It really did. I don't like that game. I do not. Oh my gosh, look, I never heard this explained before like this. I have not. I haven't. Let me do this. I have not had this explained. China suffers a moisture deficit. Now, have you ever heard it explained? A moisture deficit, damaging their wheat and corn, which dropped 6% or 46 million tons. That's a lot. Corn imports rise. China scientists again report falling water tables and new groundwater pollution. You all, oh my goodness, that's how it ended. That's not a good way to end that game. Well, I don't know if anything happened. I do not know. But I tell you what, that's a lot of energy coming through there, you all. So yeah, yes, it is. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for joining this with me because it's at least I didn't have to talk to myself during the whole time. Absolutely did not. I did not have to talk to myself. Now, granted, this is not about UFOs, but I bet there are some bad interdimensional, extraterrestrial, shape-shifting reptilians that have gotten to the human bodies, and they snuck into these good intentions to combat the food crisis, all this stuff. You know, we got good people, we got bad people. But yeah, it's too bad. It's too bad. I feel for them. They had to sit there and play that game. So you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Love you. And thank you so much, moderators. Love you.